Hello everyone, Justin here, and today we are going to draw KOKOPELLI, a very popular figure and character in Southwestern culture and art. So let's start by drawing the bottom of his head all the way to his neck here, and draw the back of his neck and part of his head. And in between these two lines then are these spikes that radiate out from the head, and they have kind of a bulbous end. So let's just start by drawing a line and drawing a partial circle at the end, not going quite all the way back because they start to overlap a little bit as they get closer to the head. And we'll go ahead and put a few of these on the top of his head. And notice how I varied how far in I go back with the lines. And there's probably only one room here for one left. Oh, actually, let's go ahead and put the second one. So we have 2, 4, 6 spikes. Alright, so now what we're going to do is work on the back. And just draw a nice, smooth, even curve pretty far down, and it starts to actually curve back in. And we'll go ahead and draw the arms. So this guy typically is holding a flute, so we'll do the arms first and the fingers, because the fingers will be overlapping the flute. So here's our forearm, then we'll go to the fingers. Let's look at where the flute's gonna be ending up, and go ahead and draw the one and the second one, and up to the elbow, and it's gonna go back up, and just kind of imagine where the body line is gonna be. So we'll stop right there, and now draw another line which is the front of the body, and it's gonna go up to the one leg. Okay, alright, so that goes up to the knee, and we'll go ahead and bend that down to go into the right leg, the far leg. So it's going to appear shorter than the leg that's closer. Alright, let's just draw a simple foot. These are pretty graphic figures, so not a lot of detail. The difference between these figures are typically with the patterns that are used to fill the space, and definitely the colors. So let's finish off the leg. It's bent, and it's gonna go pretty much into the other leg. So let's go ahead and start drawing a line down here. Actually, let's have the knee come out a little bit. So we'll step out just a short distance and then go on down to the leg, and continue the body line a little bit so that the leg's not too thick, and then form the other part of the leg. And now we can finish it off by putting in a foot, and again it's just going to be a simple foot, and we're done with the body really. So now we can go ahead and put its flute in, and just a couple parallel lines, and at the bottom we'll have it flare out for the horn section. Alright, so we'll go ahead and flare this part out, maybe curve the bottom line a little bit. So that's pretty much the KOKOPELLI, but we'll go ahead and give it a belt, and this is one of the areas where a little customization from KOKOPELLI to KOKOPELLI can be done, where the pattern of the belt is different. And here I'll just draw 2 parallel lines for the top and bottom, and then here we can draw, you can draw any repeating pattern that you want here, and there's a lot of different ones. In this case I think I'll just go ahead and draw in a spiral, and I don't have a lot of space here for a lot of detail, so I'll just try to keep it simple. but I'll show you some other patterns here in a second. that you could use. Maybe add a couple lines right here for the horn just to give it a little bit of detail. So let's go ahead and add a little decorative touch here off to the side, and I'll show you what I mean with the patterns. Alright, so let's draw a circle, and maybe let's just make this concentric circles, and in this case I can only put 3, and then I'll go ahead and put a dot. And let's just repeat that going up here behind the kokopelli. So then now let's do something a little bit different here by again drawing 3 concentric rings, but this time let's draw a few small circles around it, and you could again use this as a repeating pattern for his belt, but obviously there's just not enough room there for the size pen that I'm using. And let's do something else up here. This time we'll use triangles, but let's draw a border first here. Let's extend it up, and let's draw concentric triangles this time, and in this case just a couple, and I will flip it around so they're alternating orientation with these triangles, and we'll be back to a right side up triangle, and then back to an upside down triangle. And I think we'll just leave it at that. Just experiment, take a look at different kokopelli on the web, and really decorate it with different designs, patterns, and color them differently, definitely with bright colors. So that's it for kokopelli. Pretty straightforward. Definitely a fun pattern to draw. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.